Hey guys, what's going on? I have found on-chain data that is suggesting that Bitcoin should get to $40,000 in the next couple of weeks, and also underlying technical analysis is suggesting that we should hit that specific target. And if you want to know how we're gonna get there, then make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, like this video, and also activate the bell so that you will never miss out on these important updates. And now let's jump directly into today's content, where I'm gonna show you what's exactly happening here. So what I want to start out with is the stablecoins exchange inflow volume. So when you are normally looking at this and you see that basically overall this green line, which is USDT, is declining, that means people are taking money out of exchanges and out of the market. So they are just want to be sidelined and not buy anything because they are scared, or they have or they think the market is going to crash. They just don't want to have the USDT on the exchanges because they are not ready to get back into the market and to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, or whatever. So here what we can observe is that since May 2022, we saw an overall decline in stablecoin inflows on exchanges. So here you can see this is concerning all centralized exchanges. But now we see for the first time finally an uptick since yesterday here in the inflow. And that means people are putting their USDT or other stablecoins back on exchanges and get ready to buy, or have already bought yesterday and today. And that is of course more fuel that we are putting on the fire, which means price has to continue to increase. Also, when we are looking here on the Bitcoin long-term holder net position change, what we can see is that people starting to add to their positions. When we are in green, people are adding to their positions. When we are in red, people are selling their positions. And here we can also clearly see that since the beginning, basically since April, that people only started adding to their long-term holdings, and that we did not see any major sell-off by long-term holders based on this specific chart here. And that goes also more or less hand in hand with the uptrend that we are having. So here back in January, we basically were at the low point here of $17,000. And then again one around beginning of March. And then here we were around $27,000. $27,000 when people started to only keep adding to their long-term backs. Also, what's really interesting to look at right now is the crypto fear and greed indicator, or index, whatever you want to call it. We are now at 71, which is like mild greed. Yesterday the greed was higher. Last week the greed was of course way lower, because we were not at these price levels that we are seeing right now. But this is not the maximum level. There is still a lot of room to get into higher greed levels. So when we are looking here at the all-time high, we were at 84. We are right now at 71. I think we can get like to 75, 80 before we see any major correction for Bitcoin. And that would potentially also put Bitcoin to $40,000. Here now, from all what I've just shown you, the conclusion why I believe that we are going to $40,000 based on on-chain data. For once, we have finally stablecoins coming back to exchanges, which, like I said, will fuel prices to go higher. We have long-term holders adding to their long-term holdings, not selling, and a crypto fear index that has not reached yet super greedy levels. Now when we're looking at from a TA perspective, what we can see on the weekly chart is that we have formed here more or less this upward sloping channel for Bitcoin, where we have just yesterday tested the top of that channel at around $36,000. I believe Bitcoin will keep respecting that channel here. So when we're looking here at the underlying support, you see the support is around $31,400, $500. It is potential, there is a potential that we come back down here when we are getting a correction, which is absolutely fine, unless we are breaking a little bit higher from where we are at right now, above the 0.5 Fibonacci level at 35,335 and find their support, then I would say that we are pulling back to 31 is not so likely anymore, especially if Bitcoin would continue to move here higher along these levels. And then most likely we're gonna form a range between $35,000 and $40,000 if that would be the case. But for now, I believe Bitcoin will keep respecting this channel. So we are now at the top of it. So we will most likely see a small correction here to the downside with some sideways movement. At some point, for sure, we're gonna come back to the bottom of it. But yeah, nobody knows yet when that is. So I think it's more likely for now that we get the sideways consolidation with another test of the top of that parallel channel. And then, yeah, maybe even a spike, like I said, to $40,000. And then come back, get a correction to the bottom of that channel, and then keep bouncing in between up and down. And guys, if you want to learn how I'm able to analyze the charts in the way that I'm doing it, then definitely go here to my website, amcrypto.us. There's still a massive discount going on my course. I have changed the pricing. I am gonna change it back really soon to the original pricing. So only the video courses right now, $300. If you want to learn and get help by my team that I have mentored personally over the last couple of years, that is $1,000. And if you want to be mentored directly with or by me, that's $5,000. And you should definitely take advantage of that if you don't know enough about trading yet and want to take this to the next level and be serious about it for this bull run that just started. Then make sure that you have one of these educational programs to be prepared for what's coming. Now, when we go to lower time frames, so sorry, also my computer is a little bit lagging. Here on the 1 hourly chart, we broke the bull flag pattern here to the upside and started then consolidating again into the next pattern, which looks like here another pennant. We have broken down out of that pennant for now, but with these the 1 hourly candle that we are just opened 10 minutes ago, we could potentially see a move back into it, which would make this red candle just a fake out. But we have to wait here over the next couple of minutes how this is potentially working out here. If we would come back into the pennant, if we would come back into the pennant and break it then to the upside, we would have a pennant target of $36,100 roughly. Here on the 4 hourly chart, we can see that we basically start consolidating, exactly what I was expecting from Bitcoin to do. We see more long, I would call it long-term shorts are starting to build up here. We have here a 10x and what is this? And 20x liquidation levels right now. Okay, that's not really long-term. But yeah, some people are betting on that we're heading first lower before we go higher. That's why they're opening shorts with liquidation levels at 36,600 and 37,050. So these are levels where I would not want to have my liquidation unless I have money on the sideline to add more to my position, to my short position, because these are key levels that could be targeted to squeeze shorts out of their position, and I would not like to have my liquidation around these levels. So if I would open a short here at some point in these levels, I would make sure that they are way above $40,000, my liquidation levels, and not beneath it. Then here on this 12 hourly chart, also here we see here already on the stochastic RSI, the stochastic RSI is starting to slightly turn around here. And remember what I told you guys yesterday, the RSI was also doing the same thing, and it could be just another day or two that we are away from another big push for Bitcoin to the upside to 36,000 or even $37,400 to the next resistance all the way up here. Because remember, I told you guys yesterday, Bitcoin needs to cool down a little bit when it comes to the indicators to gain momentum to push here into the next resistance areas. And it looks like that is exactly what's happening here right now. I also want to show you really quick some altcoin trades that I have open here. Is it here on this? sorry guys, I'm not logged into the account. I cannot show it to you, but I have some altcoin trades running and we are making a lot of profit with these trades here. I posted actually all of these trades in my Discord channel. If you want to be part of that and get these signals, the only thing that you have to do is go to BYBIT, sign up with that specific link. You also can still claim $30,000 if you do, or on BitGet you get $8,000 for signing up with my link, and $15 on top of that directly after your sign up. Once you have done this, then scroll a little bit lower. There is a link to get directly to my Discord server. And there is a verification bot for your BYBIT account to make sure that you are actually registered under my link and have at least $250 in that account. Otherwise, you will be not able to see the full Discord server and basically get no value out of it. So that's why make sure that you follow these simple steps if you want to be part of the Discord, because we are printing there since yesterday a lot of money already. Then Ethereum, I want to talk about really quick about Ethereum. Remember what I told you guys? I said if we break here above that resistance area, that would be an entry for me, but only if it's confirmed with a 4-hourly close, which we did not get. And otherwise, I would be looking here at the at 1,783 for the next entry, if we are not heading lower. So it doesn't look like that we are heading lower. So the 0.786 will be my entry area if we get here any pullback in Ethereum. Otherwise, above 1,850 is another good entry point that we can take advantage of. Guys, that's it already for today's episode. My arm is already getting tired from holding the phone. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure that you smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you then again with a charged gimbal tomorrow.